guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Jane Cosplay, and today we are back again with you guys with Demon Slayer, episode 15.
Last episode, by the way, we checked out Inosuke's voice actor. It's not Nishinoya, but it is Kirito, and a bunch of other characters like Soma from Suuuuure. So we did recognize the voice actor.
We do know.
Yes.
Nice.
Small world, very small world, but it's nice to have someone we know in the cast, so that's pretty cool. Speaking of Inosuke, there was a fight with him last episode, and Tanjiro didn't know what to do facing this style of fighting.
Tanjiro had got some sense into him.
He did end up headbutting him, and that's how he defeated him. Ever since he's been trying to hit his head on trees to be strong, I guess.
That's the way to do it.
He's also been following them around trying to get a rise out of Tanjiro because he wants him to get mad and fight him, but Tanjiro is not going to indulge him, so that's pretty cool. Yep. They saw Nezuko, she got out of the box. And Zenitsu automatically assumed that Tanjiro just wanted to elope with a cute demon girl, and now he's pissed off.
Yeah. Now Tanjiro needs to defend the honor of his sister against Suuuuure. Nice!
Yeah, but the three of them are together. They'll be traveling together for now, hopefully for a long time, because I like their dynamic. And we will see what happens next. But this is it! So let's jump in this episode and see what happens.
Good. Well, that's gonna be difficult, right?
So how, 5 of them in the forest? Yeah, they will need help. But yeah, I was wondering, because again, we saw it, Zenitsu has the hearing and Tanjiro's got the smell. I was wondering, how cool of a coincidence it would be if Inosuke also had something. And I was wondering, which sense would be the most effective. Yeah, sense of touch could help. That's not this, though. That's a spider sense, basically, which is kind of funny, but it's an animal sense.
It's like if he felt the vibrations.
The vibrations
through his hand, because they got a shot of his hands, so that might be.
He still said something about the beast breath, so it's part of his techniques. It's something that he learned.
Maybe that's something that he just put a name on because he's self-doubt.
So I don't see this as being a sense of touch or anything, but in any case, it's effective and it helps. So I'm not gonna spin on it. It's a good ability, and they needed that here because yes, it's true. Tanjiro's sense of smell has helped him so far, but it's not crazy to imagine that in the future, like now, it's not gonna always work, especially in a place if he's surrounded by demons, or they all have a very strong smell and they can kind of blind him with this sense, so that would not be helpful. And Zenitsu, there's this strange sound every time that the people start moving on their own, so Zenitsu's hearing could probably help pinpoint who's starting it all, but now with Inosuke fighting with them, that's even better.
Easy peasy.
But they're not gonna be able to do that on their own. Apparently, they're sending 2 masters to help. And apparently, yes, there might be one of the 12 demons there. So
we know that technically Inosuke, Tanjiro, and Zenitsu are strong on their own, and I have no doubt that the other novice were good, I guess. But it's true that
they're supposed to be superior.
If 10 of them got defeated by those demons, they're gonna need help,
And who is that person, who keeps talking about the Slayers as his children and stuff? We saw a brief shot of his face, and I was like, it's a scar. It's a scar, right? Okay.
I think we saw him in the opening in the first season. Maybe
it's still the first season, so
true. But I think that we saw him in the opening, and I think that maybe he might be
the one who started the Demon Slayer Corps.
But maybe not. But
he's calling them his children, so I'm guessing he's that.
Maybe he's the one who is in charge right now.
And he's saying that most of his children died and stuff, or how many Demon Slayers are there? I'm guessing not much if most of them were in that forest. Unless he's not talking about this at all, but that would seem weird a bit. I'm guessing it's the crow from one of the Slayers in the forest that came back to warn him. But We will see. In any case, like, if it's the same situation, and if he is sending Gyu and that girl to the forest, I'm excited to see him again, and I'm excited to see who she is and what their ability is.
It's true that technically she passed the exam at the same time than Tanjiro
I don't think it's
did.
the same girl.
Is the same girl.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Because like, she's not a master.
She's got the same eyes. That's the same girl.
She could be an older sister. We will see. We will see. But in any case, why would she pass the final selection with him if she's already, you know, I don't know. I'm going to assume it's not her, but she does look like her, but I'm going to assume it's not her. In any case, I'll be happy to see Gyu come back at least. They both seem to have, like, from the little glimpse we got, they both seem to have very different opinions about demons. He doesn't, you know, he doesn't think that demons and humans can be friends as long as demons are who they are and they eat humans, and she seems to be open to that, to the idea. So, great dynamic, interesting. I want to see more of them. Like, I love Gyu, but we saw him one episode only, so my love for him is very, you know, based on just his attitude from the first episode.
You still think that he's good and awesome.
He's my Sasuke.
And cool.
He's my Sasuke.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than him, I'm finding myself growing more fond of Inosuke by the episode. I like him. I like how, especially this episode, we already start seeing how affected he is by show of kindness and thanks and emotions and just normal socialization, normal bonds between people, just people giving a shit about him. He's affected, and I think it's nice because he's like this tough guy who doesn't want anyone else to help him, who doesn't want to form bonds or anything, he just wants to push through life. Mm-hmm. But then he gets so affected by such a little thing that's human. Mm-hmm. I think he's got a heart in there that we're gonna see start beating a little by little, and it's the type of storyline that I very like. I love very much. Ho, English!
It's true that when you think about it, he technically grew up alone, fighting for himself in the mountain, with no family, no parents whatsoever. And us humans tend to be social creatures.
Us humans?
Yes.
He's also human.
Us humans tend to be social creatures. So I'm not surprised that when people are showing affection, that they care about his well-being, that he's well-fed, well-rested, in health, with clean clothes on his back.
Especially
they wish him good luck.
It's not, like they have a bond. Like that old woman was just being kind.
Like he's not used to people to care about him because he's only been on his way alone and just trying to be the strongest because that's all he knows.
It's unrequited.
It's unexpected but not unpleasant.
Unrequited. Is that a word? Jesus.
Unrequited? Yeah, that's a word.
Yeah. Anyway, it's gestures that you should not expect from strangers. But then, and he doesn't expect it from strangers, and he doesn't understand it at all, and that's why it bothers him, and it kind of messes with his head. But I like that he adapted very quickly, and he brought back like Tanjiro's words from last episode. That was funny. He's making fun of this, but he's listening to Tanjiro. He's not just fighting back these people. So he's adapting very quickly. Yet he doesn't change, and that's interesting because in this group, like we had Tanjiro, who was already pretty driven with his motivation and his goal, and he wants to help people. He doesn't want anyone to go through what he's been through. And then he became friends with Zenitsu, who is also going through some sort of crisis right now. But I get it.
Yeah,
he was left behind. It's just that you got to understand that they have a job to do and people's lives are at stake, so they don't have time to stay behind and listen. Sometimes you gotta power through this.
There was not gonna force him to go in the mountain with them if he doesn't want to go there.
Yeah, but he assumed that if they are friends, they would want to stay by his side. They would want him to go with them because otherwise he'll stay all alone outside. Outside the forest. It's just that they don't see this as such a huge thing, and they have other shit to worry about. He needs to understand that it cannot always be about him. sometimes you gotta push through your fear and push through your way of thinking to help others. But in any case,
technically, he went after them when he found out that Tanjiro went with Nezuko. So he's gonna go there to save Nezuko.
It's a selfish thing, but yeah. Anyway, he's gonna go there. He's gonna help.
He's gonna be the hero who saved the damsel in distress. So.
But that's interesting because both Zenitsu and Inosuke are such. They're so different. They're one at each end of the spectrum. You know, Zenitsu gets scared very easily. He's the one that, you know, advises caution. He's the one saying like, oh, you should think about things before you do it. And Inosuke is the one
who doesn't know what scares me.
Yeah. He barges in, like he just goes for the fight every single time. So both of them are at, you know, the extreme, and Tanjiro's stuck in the middle, like trying to do his thing.
Trying to pull each of them towards him so that they are balanced.
Going into a fight Inosuke's way is gonna get you killed one day, but cowering in fear like Zenitsu is also gonna get you killed one day, or it's gonna get people killed that you could have protected before. And Tanjiro is the balance, and the other two are gonna influence each other, I'm guessing. But I love the dynamic. I said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. I love the dynamic between the three, and I'm very excited for the other two masters to show up, if they show up. But I mean, I'm guessing they will.
I can't wait for you to just go there and just be awesome like he was in the first episode. So
that's the thing. He was so cool in the first episode. Like he showed such a cool presence, and I'm like, that's one. He's a master, right? He's a. I don't even remember if they called them masters, but he's.
I don't recall, so don't expect me to say something about it.
That might have been one of the things that I learned before we watched the show, though. That he was one of the 10. Are they 10?
I don't know if one of them master, but we saw him on top with others strong people, so he
the
might
strongest.
be one.
So that's why we assume. But I mean, he's badass, and we saw barely anything from him, so now he's coming back, and I'm excited. And we get to meet another character too, so yeah, loving this. Okay, so, and the demons are creepy. Spider demons are always creepy in shows, so it's not going to be an easy fight, because if there are 5 demons in there, and one of them can easily just manipulate everyone, that's not going to be good, especially if that demon manages to get, you know, spiders on Tanjiro or Inosuke. Fuck.
Yeah.
That'd be fun if both of them got caught and Zenitsu was the one who had to come and save them.
Well, who knows, maybe that's gonna happen.
I don't know. He'll have to get that push too eventually, so he can, you know, step up and show his skills again. Maybe not sleeping this time, but we'll see. Anyway, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description.
And if you don't want it, you can wait for the next one to be out on YouTube, which will be next week, guys.
Yes.
So we're gonna see you then.
Bye.
Bye, guys.